Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today, Comcast is launching a new discounted bundle of Peacock, Netflix, and Apple TV Plus this month. We'll have all the details that we know about it. So who's going to kill cable TV first, advertisers or cord cutters? Actually, maybe advertisers. We'll tell you what's happening. And AT&T is accused of attempting to bribe officials, or did bribe officials to pass favorable state laws. We'll tell you what's happening with this court case and more in a quick second. First though, if you want to learn more about these stories, I will put a link to them in the show notes and in the first pinned comment so you can read them there and come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here so YouTube recommends our videos to more people. With that said, let's dive into the news. Comcast yesterday, CEO announced that they are teaming up Peacock with Netflix and Apple TV Plus, and what he says will be a substantial discount. A vastly reduced price was his exact words, that will allow you to get this content for less. Right now, if you get the ad-supported plans, all three services after the Peacock price hike later this year will cost $24.97. Now with this, you'll be able to get all of this content for less. This comes as about a week ago. Disney Plus, Max, and ESPN Plus, launched announced a bundle coming this summer that will do something similar. Now they said it would be a good deal. They didn't really go into pricing. Comcast seems to be a lot more aggressive in their messaging about it being a vast discount. We'll see. I believe this will be a lot like the Disney Plus bundle, where you get Hulu, ESPN Plus, and Disney Plus for one price. Now, when that bundle launched, you got one bill, but you logged into each individual apps. I think that same thing is going to happen here. Saw a few commenters thinking that this would be one app, everything in one app. Maybe someday. For now, it sounds like this is just going to be like the Disney Plus bundle. You pay one price, and your login allows you to get into those three services. Now, you still can subscribe to just each individual service. A lot of people are like, cable, cable, cable. And I think there's one big difference here. And that is that with cord cutting, if you don't want the bundle, you don't have to get the bundle. With cable TV, if you want ESPN, guess what? You're paying for 100 other channels you probably don't want. If you want your local news source, you're paying for 100 different channels you don't want. With cord cutting, let's be honest, the nice thing about it is if I want just Disney Plus, I can get just Disney Plus. If I want just Netflix, I can get just Netflix. If I already know I want all three of these, yeah, why not bundle them together at discounted savings? That seems to have worked very well for Disney. I'll be very interested to see how the Hulu, Disney Plus, and Max bundle does later this summer. Look for this to become more and more common. I'm kind of shocked that Peacock wasn't involved, or Paramount Plus, wasn't involved in a deal with Peacock, because there have been rumors of something in the works. For now, though, that's not the case. Does not surprise me at all that this is all happening. We'll have to keep a very close eye on it. But overall, I think the final ruling here is we'll wait and see. It's a question. All those three services, what price point do you want? And do you agree? Do you think streaming is becoming cable TV? I think a lot of people like to throw that around in headlines because it gets clicks. I don't think that's the case. Again, cable TV, you only had one or two options for television. You only had 3 or 4 bundles to pick from those providers. You had, like, maybe you go with satellite or you get Comcast. Back in the day, that's all you had. Now I have all these options. I get to pick what I want. Just because these companies are bundling doesn't force me to pay for that. If I just want Hulu, I'm just getting Hulu. But leave me a comment. Let me know. Do you think streaming is becoming cable? If you say yes, I want to know why. Because the price point doesn't work out. We've done the math. Cable TV goes up every year. In the case of DirecTV and Spectrum, twice last year they raised their prices in a single year. So even as streaming grows, so does cable TV, and the amount of savings stays about the same. So leave me a comment, let me know. So real question, who's going to kill cable TV? Cord cutters or advertisers? It may be advertisers. Advertisers have been heavily pulling out of traditional television services. According to the Wall Street Journal, in 2016, $60 billion was paid in traditional advertising for cable networks and the like. So ads you saw on AT&T or ESPN, Disney, etc. on cable networks. In 2025, it's projected to fall below $30 billion, cut in half. That's why we've been seeing such a rush to try to find other revenue sources with this. Advertising is cutting back. In the Wall Street Journal story, they used the example of the new Space Oreos that came out recently that allowed us to allowed you to kind of coincide with the eclipse and have these special themed Oreos. And they spent zero money to promote them on traditional television. Instead, they promoted them through ads in Walmart and Amazon. They also did social media campaigns, and they spent all their advertising that way. That seems to be becoming more and more common. We'll keep a close eye on that. All right, let's move along. Last stories to cover, little time. Deal of the day, the Roku Stick 4K, a very nice streaming player for just $34, normally $49.99. Link in the show notes if you want to find out more about that deal. All right, the U.S. government is going after AT&T, and they had an updated press conference about this, and they say a former AT&T executives and 3 AT&T employees of lower levels in Illinois bribed some officials, or offered bribes, or made payments, or whatever you want to call it. I'm no lawyer, I'm no legal things. According to the Ars Technica story here, they offered $22,500 paid over 9 months, and the federal government believes that was used to get favorable laws passed that saved AT&T millions because they were passed. Very interesting crackdown here. There's always been an argument about, those stuff happened. It's highly illegal. There's a long track record of prosecutions for this. We'll see. I'm no lawyer. I'd be very interested, though, to see how this plays out. If you want to learn more about it, we have a story down there about what the federal government is claiming AT&T did, innocent until proven guilty. We'll have to wait and see. All right, good news for the 2 remaining schools in the Pac-12. I wonder if they're going to do a name change, but the Pac-12 this upcoming year struck a deal with the CW and Fox to air its football games. Now with this, most of the games will air on the CW, and 2 of the games will air on either Fox or FS1. Now, the Pac-12 is now down to Washington and Oregon State after this summer. After the current sports season ends, a lot of the teams will go to ACC, Big 12, and Big 10, leaving just 2 behind. Now with that, they were without a television partner, and that was one of the main reasons the conference broke up. Now with this, we're seeing Fox and the CW step up. So look for them to come there this summer. Last week we reported how Tubi had gained Peewee's Playhouse content. Well, now it was announced that Shout Studios has acquired international distribution rights of Peewee's Playhouse, a popular television show from, I think, many of us youth or younger years at least. It's going to be coming to many different streaming platforms worldwide thanks to Shout. It's great to see classic content that was long feared to be very hard to stream because of rights, work out those rights and become available online, especially streaming for free. All right, let's dive into the question of the day. If you have a question you want me to answer, leave a comment. I'll do my best to answer it. Today's question is, Luke, with cable TV dying, do you think that some cable networks will eventually switch over to become free over-the-air digital sub-channels? We are kind of seeing this. Of course, the relaunch of Court TV is a classic example. Court TV brand came back, was previously a cable network, now available as a over-the-air network in many markets. What we're seeing more is not necessarily the networks moving, but network owners moving its content. MeTV is teaming up with Warner Bros. Discovery to launch a new MeTV Tunes content, which is basically Boomerang, but free over the air. It'll be launching next month, and a lot of the content. We're seeing more and more of that. Content owners making its content available to third parties on over-the-air digital free networks. Could we see some networks move? A few. I think ultimately they would rather have you subscribe to Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, Max, Peacock, and the like, rather than put it on free over-the-air networks. Instead, they will be much more happy to sell small portions of their catalogs to smaller providers like MeTV, which, let's be honest, it's a big brand. We know of it, but it's not a Warner Bros. Discovery or Disney, for example. And they, can get a check every month from those networks. A low risk for them. They're just licensing the content, taking checks, which many of them will see as a better deal than offering it through other ways. Plus, that was kind of weird. Oh, there's somebody at the door. That's why that happened. There's also many other people out there that will allow you to go and put their content on free streaming services. Why put it on over-the-air broadcasters when you can put it on Tubi, Roku, and others out there and have it available that way? Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. I'll love to hear from you. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. Your support is hugely Appreciate it. Helps grow the channel to thousands of new subscribers this month alone. Welcome. Tens of thousands of you have subscribed so far this year. I really appreciate it. We're very excited for what's going to happen the rest of the year. Until then, take care, be safe. I'll talk to you all again real soon.